All right, so this is part two of the Neo Geo Omega review. It's a consolized MVS system from Arcade Works. You can find them, just search them in Google or search for the Omega, and you will find them. Best to go through Arcade Works directly. They got the best prices on their stuff. Try not to go through a reseller like on eBay or whatever. But as you can see, I got a controller today, so we can actually try this thing out and see how it does for reals. And what I'm going to do is kind of two things. Is first show you some off-screen stuff, and then I'm going to capture some video. Because like I said, the real cool thing about this console is that you can actually output through SCART to something like a Framemesiter. So we're going to do that. So first things first is we need a game. And unfortunately, I didn't get any games in the mail, so I'm stuck with the games that I had left over from my last trip from Japan that I didn't sell with my 4 slots. So we're going to go with Samurai Showdown 4. And it's kind of one of the crazier games. So let's pop this in. Nice snug fit, and fire it up. And from there, we're gonna, again, like I said, we'll start with some off-screen footage just so you can see how it looks. And just get this situated. And man, my tripod, there we go. So, okay, so quickly, start and select get you the in-game menu, which allows you to enable cheats, obviously, and go into a soft reboot. After we do the soft reboot, from there, holding down, whoops. I might not be doing this correctly, hold on. Also, the controller might be not super snug. I'm using an extension cable because I, of course, am not 2 feet from my TV. Weird. This was working before when I had it started up. There we go. Alright, so this is the BIOS, so we're going to exit there. Huh. Well, anyways, we don't need to show that stuff right away. As you can see, it's set up for US. And through this cheat menu, we can actually enable blood, which is important for many reasons. And it looks really good. I mean, it's, you know, kind of like I showed in the first video. We got scan lines enabled, and you'll probably notice there's a couple thicker scan lines in the picture. I think that's the Framemesiter though doing that. It's not the console itself, but it's worth noting either way. This is a pretty crazy game. And again, it works like, how you would think it would. There's really not too much to it. I'm just going to do a bad job playing this while I show you the game for a sec. And again, we can go right into that soft reboot. And maybe I'm holding the buttons incorrectly. There we go. So from there you can go to region setup, and you can also change the BIOS in there for the hardware. So it gives you some good options. So let's go into the region setup, and it's just picking between US, Japan, and Europe. And then you can pick through arcade or home version. There are some differences, like blood being enabled in the arcade or not in the home. So let me actually back this up a little bit, a little too zoomed in there. But this gives you just kind of a little bit of an idea of what you're doing. And for the most part, I think you would want the arcade version for most of this stuff. And it's pretty simple. Once you get that going, you boot right up. You're into the game, you hit select to add credits, hit start and select to get to the in-game menu where you can enable those cheats again. And that, I mean, it's really important for stuff like, you know, windjammers where you want unlimited time for matches and things like that. But yeah, that's the console. Let's actually capture some footage through the Framemeister, and we'll kind of see how a couple of the games look, see how everything runs. Okay, so we're going to be capturing some footage so you can see what it looks like. And the vertical line issue was actually a Framemeister problem. Just had to change literally something that was on the range of up to 100 by 1 to get it to work. And again, that's on the Framemeister's end. We're gonna get going here in a second, and as you can see, it just looks super good. If you have a Framemeister and you want something else to hook up to it with SCART, this is a great thing to use. So again, just to kind of go over a couple things, you do have a couple options here in terms of things to change. Like if we go into the cheat database, we're going to enable blood. You can do infinite time, all that stuff. So now that we're here, let's play. And it looks perfect. It looks better than the M2 emulation stuff that I've seen on the PS3. And it has a huge advantage of being the actual carts. It's a physical thing that you can resell, which I'm a big fan of. So, and just this is my first time using an AES stick, and the one that I got for about like $80 with the extension cable is really nice. It's in very good condition. So you might hear me hitting buttons. I apologize. So I played this game just like a couple times. Because, you know, in the 4 slot I had so many games, and it's been very weird to try this stuff out, because you would think this stuff would be more conducive to an arcade machine setup, but I would find myself, you know, stopping or turning off the MVS console after a couple minutes, just because, I don't know, maybe I just didn't want to stand up or what. But this experience is great, and you don't have to deal with the problems of monitor issues in arcade machines, power supply issues, replacing buttons and sticks. Like, you really just need to make sure that you have your hand on a good joystick. And unfortunately, what I won't be able to test out is how it looks just through component, but from what I've seen online, it looks really good. And I believe if you watch any of the Giant Bomb streams, they're using component out of the console. And the cool thing, you can always pause by hitting start and select at the same time. It'll just pause your system. You can go right back to it, which is, again, just a really welcome addition, because like some of these games I do want to play for a while, but I also don't want to leave a gigantic arcade machine on drawing power for a long time. And you can't pause. You can't like go to the bathroom. You can't take a break and go to the bathroom or go do some work at your laptop or whatever. So we do a special. I guess we didn't need to. Still kind of learning this game, but I do like how crazy it is compared to Samurai Showdown 1 and 2. Although I did order a copy of Samurai Showdown 2 because I got a really cheap copy. I have been really liking this character. She's fast. She's got some really interesting moves. It's like kind of like the. I'm a big fan of Sakura in Alpha 2 and Marvel vs. Street Fighter and that stuff. Even though she's kind of weak. Whoops. Whoops. Special command. I don't know what that means. But yeah, so far, like I said, the Omega hardware itself, the box, is really super classy. It's super slick. It is the same design as the AES from however many years ago. But it's just such a great design, it still works. What a beautiful game. I mean, for $10. From the best, hands down, best arcade in Japan. Mac Japan in Akihabara. Like, not G-Front. G-Front is garbage. If you shop at G-Front, you are doing it wrong. Because the guys aren't nice to outsiders. Like, the white people, every time I've gone in there, the guy is not giving me much help. Like, I literally, if you look at my Twitter picture, it's me. Like at Mac Japan, they don't let you leave the store without testing the game out. They won't let you buy the game without making sure you go home with a working game. So they'll hook it up. And actually, like, there's a picture of me from my last trip out there where I was playing. It might have been this game with the guy at Mac Japan and like us testing it out, and then we ended up just playing a couple rounds of like King of Fighters 98 or whatever it was. It was really cool. They would just like randomly, not randomly, but there was a, because I bought a bunch of games, it just like gave me a discount. They gave me like a 15% off. Well, I'll put it this way. I've invested to get this console up and running, minus the Framemesiter. You're talking about $500 for the console, $15 for the SCART cable, roughly about $60 to $80 a piece per controller. So you're looking at a good like $700 investment roughly. But after that, if you know, all said and done, you have access to a fantastic library, arguably pound for pound, maybe not pound for pound because these things are huge, the cards, but pound for pound, you have access to the best library in the history of video games. Maybe the Dreamcast would go up against that. Almost every game that you're going to play on this is going to be quality. Even your league bowlings. Just burned a lot of health on that one. I really like this game. It just looks, it's outrageous, and it still has some of that cool tactical Samurai Showdown feel. Oh, I might actually put this off. Wow, look at that comeback. But maybe we'll play one more game because, you know, this is also kind of a review of the AES joystick, which, whoops, not paying attention, which is one of your three options. There's also an oval joystick that they put out that's a little bit cheaper, it's lighter, and it's not easy to fit on your lap. Look at how beautiful this game is, like the rays of sunshine coming through the... Oh, man, they gotta play this on Giant Bomb. Like, this game's awesome. Oh. cut that guy right in half. I don't know if you saw that. But it's easy, you know, if you ever need to, you know, get out of here, you can always go soft reboot. And again, you can just go through this little, you know, screen here to change anything that you want. And you do have pretty good access to a lot of this stuff. Like you can just enable free play and stuff like that. So it's really nice. It's a really good game cart check. That's cool. Maybe that, I wonder if this makes it, like, does a check to make sure it's like a legit card. It looks like it's just a ROM check, though. We can get out of there. Let's jukebox. So we'll actually play the music from the game. That'd be great if you want to rip the audio from the game. Just make it fade out. Oh man, that's really cool. So that it's like perfect for that. So let's try one more game while I have you with me. We'll play a puzzle game. So to really just swap things out, it's, you don't have to do like a shutdown. It's simply you shut off the back of the console, pop the game out, pop a new one in, flip the switch, you're good to go. It boots right out and remembers the settings that you left off with. So it should be set to US arcade. And this is, I love this game. Magical Drop will drive you nuts. This game, you will not blink for or like for 10 minutes when you're playing it. So puzzle games just all over the place on this system. Gotta burst these balloons. Again, just looks super, 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 super good. Mess that up, but that's okay. What we want to do is try to get a little combo going here. And the joystick seems fine for, you know, a 20-year-old joystick. I'm sure I could open it up and clean it up a little bit, which I might do at some point. So far, I mean, no real problems with it. The ball top is cheap plastic, but, which I guess there are known issues with them cracking and stuff. But it's no biggie. Whoops. And it just looks real good. Like this is, I'm sitting, you know, 5 feet from a 20-inch TV, or it's a 55-inch TV, so it's not a problem. I don't know what the difference is between the Clovers and the ones with the like hollowed out sword thing. These look nothing like balloons. If we're gonna be real. Oh shit. Oh shit. Whoops. Yeah, it gets a little hard to talk when you're playing this. But again, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm actually just capturing this through HDMI out from the Framemesiter to an Elgato. Oh, this is gonna go good. I'm gonna get rid of these purples real fast. Oops. Such a weird game. Not really weird, I guess it's pretty straightforward, but... Oops. Gotta break that bubble. Come on, go. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh, great. 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 Oh, it's not looking good. Yeah. Alright, so that, yeah, good. Did a good job. 34,000, level 15. So yeah, that's the Omega console, and as you can see, it just outputs a really beautiful picture. It's exactly what you would want out of this thing. There's just so many options, and I highly recommend it. Hopefully by the time that you see this, I will have recorded my interview with the creator of this, and he'll answer some more questions that you have and that I have about it. But like I said, it's an expensive investment, but to have access to a huge library for relatively inexpensive, you can get King of Fighters for 20 bucks. You can get, or most of the King of Fighters you can get for under $30. Most of the Art of Fightings, the fighting games in general are really cheap. It's the Mark of the Wolves and the Last Blade 2 that you need to worry about. But again, highly recommend it. You can check them out at ArcadeWorks. Just search, I think it's arcadeworks.net is the website, but highly recommended. Or it might be arcadeworks.com, I'm not sure. Definitely check them out. It's again, like I said, it's just an investment that is well worth making if you're really into this stuff. But yeah, no, I think that's it. And again, the website, just so I don't mess it up, it's arcadeworks.net. I was right the first time. Take care. Thanks for watching.